In 1969, a machine arrived at a bank in New York. It dispensed cash, it took deposits, it worked all night without complaining, without coffee, without a pension plan. The economists were certain the ATM had arrived and the bank teller was finished. They were wrong. Not slightly wrong, spectacularly, almost embarrassingly wrong. By 2006, there were more bank tellers in America than ever before in history. Now AI has arrived and we are asking the exact same question with the exact same panic wearing slightly different clothes. Will AI take my job? I'm Sanjay. Welcome to Funza Academy. Over the next few minutes, you will understand which jobs AI genuinely threatens, which it doesn't, and most importantly, what separates the people who will thrive from the ones who won't. Let's decode. The headlines about AI and jobs are scary and incomplete. 37% of companies plan to automate specific roles by the end of 2026. Goldman Sachs warns that AI will disrupt 300 million jobs globally. If you're looking for work right now, entry-level job postings have already dropped 15%. This is not science fiction. It is the current calculus of the global economy, unfolding in real time. But the headlines only tell half the story. Here is what Goldman Sachs actually said. Not that 300 million jobs will disappear, that 300 million jobs will face disruption. For most people, that means their tasks change, not that their careers end. That distinction matters enormously. And while AI is editing the workplace, it is also authoring it. Over 1.3 million new roles have already emerged globally. New titles that did not exist a few years ago. AI trainers, data curators, ethics compliance officers, prompt engineers. The story is not a catastrophe. It is a redistribution. Jobs moving from one column to another. So the only question that matters for your career is, which column are you sitting in? And that depends entirely on the nature of your work. Let us start with a story from 1969. The ATM arrived in New York and did something ruthlessly efficient. It cut the number of bank workers needed from 21 to 13. Standard economics said employment collapses. Instead, banks opened more branches because branches were now cheaper to run. Urban bank branches increased 43%. Fewer workers per branch, yes, but more branches. Net result, more bank workers, not fewer. The economists call it the automation paradox. When you make something cheaper, people buy more of it. And here's the lesson hiding inside that paradox. The ATM did not replace the bank worker. It replaced the boring part of the bank worker's job. What remained, the human part, became more valuable. Workers became relationship managers, advisors, trust builders, things a machine, even a very confident one, cannot do today. AI is doing exactly the same thing right now, replacing tasks, not jobs. The question is how much of your job is task and how much of it is irreplaceably human. Now, the uncomfortable part. Some jobs are more task than human, and for those, the pressure is real and growing. Here are some roles facing the highest strain: customer service, high task automation potential; data entry, very high. The row is rapidly declining in many organizations. Basic accounting and financial reporting; entry level legal research; core tasks increasingly being automated; administrative and clerical work shrinking everywhere; entry level coding tasks increasingly automated. This role is changing fast. So you notice something, these are all largely white collar roles. Many require formal education, some require years of training, and yet the pattern is clear. Today, AI targets cognitive routine work. The higher the proportion of rules and repetition in your job, the higher your exposure. This is not about skill level, it is about predictability. A plumber is currently harder to automate than a paralegal. A nurse is currently harder to automate than a data entry clerk. Physical, unpredictable, deeply human work. That is where AI struggles, for now. So here's the real distinction. It is no longer blue collar versus white collar. It is routine versus non routine. If your day involves if this, then that, AI is already at your desk. Now, the good news, and there is plenty of it. Healthcare is growing, not shrinking. Nurse practitioners are projected to grow 50% this decade. AI can read an x ray. It cannot hold a patient's hand at 3 a.m. when they are frightened, not in a way that matters most. Construction and skilled trades, electricians, plumbers, carpenters, AI cannot easily rewire your house. The physical world is harder to automate than the digital one. Teachers and coaches, AI can deliver information. It does not inspire the way humans do. It cannot notice the student who is struggling, not with the subject, but with something deeper, not reliably, not with the warmth that changes a life. And what about programmers, the most anxious profession in the room? Tech hiring has slowed. Amazon, Oracle, Meta, all cutting jobs. But here is what the data shows. Tech jobs are not disappearing. They are relocating. Retail, construction, real estate, industries that barely employed programmers are now hiring them fast. The programmer of 2020 wrote everything by hand. The programmer of 2026 directs AI. Same problem, different destination. That is not a threat, that is an upgrade. And one of the fastest growing categories in the economy, AI specialists themselves, the architects, trainers, and guardians of these systems. The numbers are striking. AI related roles are among the fastest growing in every major economy, and demand is outpacing supply significantly. But here's something important. When most people hear AI specialists, they picture a programmer, someone writing code at 2 a.m., a computer science degree on the wall. That is not what this means anymore. An AI specialist is anyone who understands AI well enough to direct it, question it, and use it responsibly in their field. A computer scientist degree is not always required. An AI specialist today is a nurse who knows which AI diagnostic tool to trust and when not to. It is a teacher who uses AI to personalize lessons for 30 different learning styles. It is a lawyer who knows how to integrate an AI's output before presenting it in court. It is a manager who knows how to direct AI to do in 1 hour what used to take a week. These are not technical jobs, they are human jobs with a new and powerful tool in the hand. That tool is AI. So the pattern is clear. Jobs built on empathy, physical skill, and human judgment. AI struggles here. It is trying to enter, but slowly and unevenly. These jobs exist in every industry, in every city, at every level. You are probably already in one. Here's where most conversations about AI go wrong. They ask, will AI replace me? That is the wrong question. The right question is, will someone who uses AI better than me replace me? Because that is what is actually happening. Studies suggest that a content writer using AI produces significantly more than one who does not. The company does not always keep everyone. Sometimes they keep one, the best one, the one who uses AI. That is the honest version of the story. It is not entirely comfortable, but true. So, what does this mean for you? It means the competitive advantage is not in ignoring AI, it is in understanding it deeply, clearly, before everyone else does. A growing majority of companies now prioritize AI skills in hiring. Professionals with AI skills command significantly higher salaries than peers without them. That premium will not last forever, but the penalty for arriving late will. The skill will eventually become a baseline requirement, like knowing how to use a spreadsheet. You will not get extra credit for it, but you will not survive without it. This is not a story about machines versus humans. It is a story about humans who understand machines versus humans who do not. Not every role offers that transition, but more do than people think. The choice is straightforward. Understand it, use it. Will AI take your job? Parts of it, almost certainly. the parts that require speed over soul, the parts that consume your hours but not your unique judgment. And yes, some creative work too. First drafts, initial designs, early analysis. AI is doing that right now. But your job as a whole, that is a different question, and it is up to you. The people who flourish in the next decade will not be the ones who feared AI, nor the ones who dismissed it. They will be the ones who understood it and used it to do things that were not possible before. Not blind trust, not blind fear, just clear eyes. If this shifted something for you, drop a comment. Tell me, is AI an opportunity or a threat in your field? I read every comment. Share this with someone still reading the scary headlines, not to calm them down, but to arm them. And if you want to keep decoding, subscribe. Every video on this channel is built on one idea: understand AI, really understand it. Algorithm cleared. See you in the next one.